What's up, brother? In this video, I want to talk about how I structure my nutrition to power me through 12-hour work days. Because I remember when there was a time when I knew I still had like three, four more calls left, but I had a little break. So I'm like, let me go grab something from the fridge. I would eat, come back, have crazy brain fog. I wouldn't be able to show up the way that I needed to, and my work would be subpar compared to what I was able to produce in the morning. And then I would sit there and I'd be like, there has to be a better way. And so that's whenever I came up with my focused nutrition protocol, which is a protocol that I teach every single one of my clients with inside of the Shift program to be able to help them plan out their macros, to be able to achieve their goals within the gym, but also be able to focus and have enough energy to show up as their best self every single time they show up for work. And the way this is structured is by understanding exactly how much macros you need to be eating to be able to sustain your goals. Because if you give up one area of your life just to focus on another, you sacrifice what you're able to achieve in both. Because whenever you put too much importance on something, the universe will find a way to balance the scales. Every single time I have given up my progress within the gym, taking my body seriously to try and grow my business or whatever I was working on, I would always have such slow growth and I'd feel like I was pulling teeth. And then as soon as I started to introduce this part back into my life, everything started to grow in unison. And it's because you have to be able to grow both of them at the same time. Because the more you grow your body, the more you grow your mind, the easier it is for you to grow your business. Like all of it is connected. And so whenever you're planning your macros for the day, you have to understand how much you need to eat to be able to remain the version of you that you have to be so that you can show up in this way. Because if you look flat, if every time you look in the mirror and you see a little skinny fat going on, you're not happy with your physique, it messes up your confidence going into work and that pulls you away from being able to tap in to that higher version of yourself. And so understand this aspect. And then once we understand how much you need to be able to keep your body in prime condition, then we're able to look at your workday and then schedule your meals around your crazy work blocks. So to give you an example around how I structure my days, me, I wake up around 4 a.m. I do my align and design process and get myself into a condition to be able to create from the future me, from the version of me that I want to be. Then I go down, I do cardio. So I run for like 30, 60 minutes, depending on what workout I have. I go to the sauna, go sit outside for like 10 minutes. And then I come upstairs and I do my creative work block. And I don't have anything to eat at this point because what I want to do is whenever I need to be the most creative, I want to kind of I have nothing going on. I don't want my body to have to worry about digestion. I want to be able to be the most focused, most present, most alert during this time. And so what I do is I finish all of my creatives and then I have a light meal. I'll have eggs with like Greek yogurt. Or if I had a long run that morning, maybe I'll throw in a bagel, but something light, but enough to kind of get some protein going within the body. And then I go into my next work block. I typically have my eggs around 12. It just really depends on whenever I finish my creative that I need to get done that morning. So I'll typically eat around 12. I will work for a bit more and then I have my second workout sometime in the afternoon. But what I do is like throughout the day after my workouts, I'll have like small snacks of like protein and stuff like that to be able to like get it in my body. But I save a majority of like my big meals until the end of the day when I'm done working so that I can still get all of the carbs that I need, but I don't need to be digesting the carbs whenever I'm working throughout my day. And like this has worked for me because I've tried things like the carnivore diet, but it makes you look flat. I've tried completely cutting out carbs entirely, but I don't have enough energy throughout the day. And so by being able to look at your day and say like, where do I need to be the most focused? Where do I need to be the most productive? And then making it where you can plan your nutrition around it is key if you really want to be able to lock in and not just say you work for 12 hours, but actually produce quality work. Put forth effort that you would actually be proud of. Like you have to be able to understand your schedule. And so this comes with being organized, realizing what you must get done, and then being able to structure your meals throughout the day to be able to fit within it. So you should plan your meals around your day, not your days around your meals. And for instance, like let's say you are a closer and you got like 6 calls a day or whatever it is, and you work out in the morning. So you don't feel as if you can be productive without having something in your stomach. You should have like a smoothie or some eggs or something light within the morning so that you can kind of feel like feed that crave, or at least give you something going within your body, but like save all of your like heavy carb meals until you're done with your calls, and then take those, eat those then, so that your body is still getting them, but it's not digesting throughout your day. Like this, if you do this alone, will completely change the way that you show up. All you have to do is understand your macros, understand where you need to be your best self throughout your day, and then just plan your meals around your day. Like that's it. And if you do that and you just follow this protocol, you will see how much better you feel as you move throughout the different things you have to get done, how much more energy you have whenever you're not sitting there trying to digest heavy meals before you have to go into like important meetings or important work blocks. Like being able to really sit down and just like understand these things, it probably takes you, if you don't know what you're doing and you have to Google everything, maybe an hour. If you have somebody that already knows what they're doing and they can just put this in for you, like all you have to do is follow it and it will completely change the way that you show up within work. And then whenever you have to work these 12-hour days, you are more productive, because it doesn't matter how many hours you work, it matters how productive you are during them. And so this is the thing that will change the game for you. And it's like being able to pair your nutrition to also be able to perform within the gym. Like that's the combo. Being able to build your body and build the business, build the mind, and like be able to consistently show up within both of them. When you do that, you become unstoppable. And so that's how it is. If you have any questions or you want some help with this, just reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram is down below. I'll talk to you soon, and yeah, I'll talk to you later.